Hey, what is up, you sexy beasts? GhostSickness Tristan here, and today I'm telling you a hilarious story about the time my dad and I met a fucking pirate. It was in our last day at Vancouver, Canada, and which was Thursday, March 26, 2015. And so we're like, all right, so I'm gonna get right into it. If it sounds interesting, then continue watching. If it doesn't sound interesting, I got a whole bunch of other great stories linked in a playlist below, so go check that out if you guys are new to my channel from over at Flo's channel or anything like that. But anyway, it's gonna be a pretty great story, so sit back, relax, and enjoy. I'm gonna get right into it. So our last day in Canada, we're like, okay, what do you want to do? And so my dad scheduled trips for a trolley city tour all the way around the entire city. And so we wait for the trolley. It was a little bit late, and so we finally get on the trolley, and we get in, and it's this really old guy, and not really old, but he's probably in his 70s, right? And he basically sounded like a pirate. He's like, "Arr, what can I, where am I taking you today?" And he would just like exaggerate things to like a huge extent, and he sounded like a fucking pirate. And like my dad and I were just like throughout the fucking trolley ride, we're just like "Arr" and stuff like that, making trolley voices and stuff like that. And he obviously knew. He heard us and asked us where we were from and stuff like that. We said Oregon, and he's just going around the city, and he's telling us hilarious stories about, stuff that happens between him and his wife, and that she won't let him have McDonald's and all this other crazy shit, going on in his life, and just how much of an interesting life he has, and like that he works this job because his wife wants him out of the house and shit. It's absolutely hilarious. Now, I don't know, I mean, obviously he's exaggerating to an extent, but it was so funny. And so we were driving around the city, and he's telling us all these stories, and so one of the stories actually involved his wife and him. And so, like I said, she said he couldn't have McDonald's, and so one day he went there and he got like a sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit or whatever, and then right after he comes home, he put the wrapper in the trunk because he thought she wouldn't look there. He's like, okay, cool, I'll be good, and I can throw it away later, I can dispose of it later, and then she won't find it, and like literally talked like a pirate. It was so great. And and then he's like, oh, it'd be my luck, and right when I got home, my wife wanted to look at the car. And like he would just like exaggerate every R and everything like that, exactly like a pirate. I don't know if he did it intentionally or if he was just old and that's how he talked, but my dad and I swore he was like Blackbeard's grandson or something, or great grandson or whatever the fuck, right? So and so when he got home, his wife was like, oh yeah, I want to clean the car and stuff like that. And so she ends up, cleaning the back of the car, and sees in the trunk and everything like that, and sees that he went to McDonald's, and she like reamed him for it, which is absolutely great and hilarious. And so he's talking about getting pizza on his break and everything like that. And then after he gets off the trolley to go on his lunch, sadly, we were still on going around the entire city of Vancouver, Canada. And so it was like, okay. And this other guy gets on. This other guy was just dull, man. He didn't really talk. He only talked about like the stops, didn't tell any life stories, didn't really say anything too interesting. My dad and I were kind of bored with him. And so we eventually end up getting off at this pier, and we're kind of just waiting. We get something to eat. We use the restroom and stuff like that, and we still had some more of the trolley tour to see. And so we're waiting for the trolley and waiting, and it's just not coming. We just don't know where it is. And so we're like, what the hell? And I'm like, all right, Dad, it's not that far. We got to walk back to our rental car. I think we could do it. It'd be great to explore the city on foot, and it'd be totally fine. And oh my God. So when we were in the trolley, sorry, I'm not done. I'm sorry, man. I just cut myself off. I wanted to tell something, and I'm like, shit, wait, no, I forgot a part. And anyway, so we started to walk back home, or not back home, but back to our rental car, which was parked a little bit far away. And so we start walking home to the rental car, and we see him coming in the trolley down the street. And so we start waving him down because he wasn't at the spot he's supposed to be at. It was running extra late because we waited, man. We waited, and it just did not show up. And so we wave him down, and he lets us in, and he's like, "Arr, I'm glad I found you." And so we get back in the trolley, and we can finish our tour. And then so we were going around the tour, and he was talking about all these crazy locations, all these crazy stories. And this guy's like one Playboy, like not a Playboy mansion, but basically a bachelor pad. And he's like, yeah, I ended up paying for that second bachelor pad that he's got because he gave me a root canal. And it just had us dying because this guy was so great and so funny and so full of life, and yet he was really old. And it was absolutely great. He's having a great time being a trolley bus driver in Vancouver, Canada. So if you guys are ever there, absolutely go on the trolley tour, and hope you get this guy. His name is Ross. Shout out to you, Ross. And he was the most badass guy we've ever met on the Vancouver City trolley. But anyway, and so we're driving downtown and everything like that, and oh my God, the condos range from $300,000 to like $200 million for a condo. And then it was like a super rich area in BC, British Columbia, and so it was like, oh my god, we saw fucking Ferraris, Lamborghinis, we passed by even the dealerships for all of them. There were Bentleys, Ferraris, Aston Martins, Lamborghinis, basically every nice car you can think of. There's a whole bunch of Maseratis, there were Teslas, dude, oh my god. It was such a rich and prosperous area. It was absolutely insane, especially seeing all those cars driving by and, you know, getting passed by a green Lamborghini one of the days. And it was just a beautiful, beautiful city with a whole bunch of great stuff. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to smash that like button for Ross, and remember the fact that I fucking love you guys. Bye.